Welcome back to the channel. It's small, it's copper, and it's a common coin in the pocket of almost every American. But did you know that a simple 1990 1-cent coin could be worth a fortune, up to $233 million? Today, we're diving into the mystery behind this little penny, and why it could be worth more than just its face value. Stick around to find out if you might be holding a hidden treasure. To understand why a 1990 penny is generating so much buzz, let's first dive into its history. The year 1990 marked an interesting chapter in the history of the U.S. Mint, the place where all U.S. coins are produced. In fact, in 1990, there were billions of pennies minted, so many that it would seem nearly impossible for any of them to stand out as particularly valuable. The mint used the D mint mark in Denver to produce these coins, and they entered circulation like any other penny, traveling across the country in pocket change, cash registers, and vending machines. However, not all pennies are created equal. While most of the 1990 pennies are worth just 1 cent, yes, 1 cent, there are certain rare variants that could be worth much more. This is where things get interesting. The coin we're talking about has a potential value of $233 million, but only under very specific circumstances. So what makes it so valuable? Well, let's break it down. Throughout history, the U.S. Mint has occasionally made mistakes, minting errors that result in coins with unusual features. Some of these errors are extremely rare and can make a coin worth far more than its face value. We've seen it before with famous error coins like the 1943 copper penny and the 1955 double die penny. Similarly, the 1990 penny can have some important characteristics that could dramatically increase its worth, especially if it's part of a very rare and unusual error. Let's talk about the potential $233 million penny. Some of the 1990 pennies have been identified with an extremely rare error known as a double die, a minting flaw that results in two impressions of the design on the same coin. This can cause the words and images on the coin to appear blurry, doubled, or even slightly offset. The rarity of this error is what makes the 1990 double die penny so valuable. Now, if you're thinking, I have a bunch of 1990 pennies, how do I know if any of them are worth millions? Good question. To spot a 1990 double die penny, you need to look closely at certain features. Most notably, the most visible sign of a double die is on the inscriptions, like the word Liberty and the year 1990. The letters in these areas might appear doubled or slightly blurred. Additionally, you should check the mint mark D on the coin. If it's doubled, you've got a strong clue that your coin might be the one in a million. Alright, so let's say you've found a potential double die penny. How do we go from there? Well, the market for rare coins can be pretty volatile. The demand for rare, error coins like the 1990 double die penny has surged in recent years. Coin collectors, also known as numismatists, have long been on the lookout for these mistakes. If the penny is in excellent condition, it can fetch a high price at auction. While number 1990 double die penny has reached $233 million just yet, the potential is there. The record for the highest price paid for a rare penny is in the tens of millions, and experts believe that with the right buyer, the 1990 double die could follow suit. In fact, similar coins have been known to sell for up to $2 million in specialized coin auctions. So who knows? Maybe your 1990 penny is the next one to break the record. But don't get too excited just yet. There are several factors that influence the value of any rare coin. First, rarity. How many of these error coins exist? The fewer there are, the more valuable they become. Second, condition. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition is worth far more than one that's been battered by time. Lastly, market demand. If there's a high demand for error coins, like the 1990 double die, the price can skyrocket. But keep in mind, only the coins in perfect condition and with the most obvious errors will fetch the highest price. So, while it's true that a 1990 penny could be worth up to $233 million in the right circumstances, that doesn't mean every penny from that year will bring you a fortune. If you think you've found a 1990 double die penny, get it professionally appraised. You might just be sitting on a hidden gem that could make you very rich. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe for more coin-related content and tips on how to spot rare treasures right in your pocket. And remember, it's not always about the size of the coin, but the rarity that can make it truly valuable. Thanks for watching and happy coin hunting! Next, imagine holding a penny in your hand that could be worth a staggering $212 million. That's right, a coin originally worth just 1 cent could make you a millionaire. But how is that possible? Today, we're diving into the incredible story behind the 2004 US 1 cent coin and why it's become one of the most valuable pennies in the world. In today's video, we'll explore how a seemingly ordinary penny from 2004 turned into an unexpected treasure worth millions. What makes this particular penny so special? How does it reach that mind-blowing $212 million price tag? Well, buckle up because you're about to find out. The story of the US 1 cent coin dates all the way back to 1793, when it was first minted. Since then, the penny has undergone several design changes and modifications. However, the most enduring and recognizable design is the Lincoln cent, which has been in circulation since 1909. Since its introduction, the Lincoln cent has remained a symbol of American currency, though it has seen changes in its composition over time. The penny went through a significant change in 1982 when the U.S. Mint switched from using mostly copper to a copper-plated zinc composition due to rising copper prices. In 2004, the penny was still using this copper-plated zinc alloy, but there were a few key events in numismatic history that make the 2004 penny stand out. Now, let's talk about what makes the 2004 penny so valuable. At first glance, the 2004 penny looks like any other penny from the era. It features the familiar design of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. So what's the catch? Why would this ordinary coin be worth over $200 million? While the 2004 penny itself might seem like just another penny, there was an extremely rare minting error that occurred during its production, a minting error that could make it worth a fortune. The key to the 2004 penny's rarity lies in the fact that a small number of these pennies were struck with a major error, a double die obverse strike. This error happens when the coin is struck more than once by the die, causing the image to appear doubled or blurred. These kinds of errors are incredibly rare, and when they occur, the value of the coin can increase dramatically. It's not every day that a coin with a double die strike goes into circulation, and when one does, it can sell for millions of dollars. So, how much is the 2004 penny with the double die error worth? Well, the value can vary depending on the condition of the coin and the severity of the error, but some 2004 pennies have been sold for as much as $212 million. Yes, you heard that right, $212 million. While that price may seem unbelievable, it is entirely plausible in the world of rare coin collecting. In the right condition, and with the error clearly visible, the 2004 double die penny can fetch an enormous price at auction, with collectors eager to get their hands on such a unique and rare piece of U.S. coinage. The value of these rare error coins is driven by the high demand among numismatists, people who collect and study coins. A single coin with such a significant mistake can attract competitive bidding, resulting in an astronomical price tag. So how do you identify a 2004 penny that might be worth millions? The first thing you'll need to do is carefully inspect the coin for the double die error. This error is most often visible on the obverse side of the coin, especially around the date and the words "In God We Trust." Examine the date and the inscriptions closely. If you see any doubling or blurred features, especially around Lincoln's portrait or the date itself, that's a sign of the double die error. The error is particularly noticeable in the letters and numbers. If you can spot significant doubling, you might have a rare coin on your hands. Remember, the more pronounced the doubling and the better the coin's condition, the more valuable it is. Once you've spotted a possible error, the next step is to get the coin professionally graded. Grading assesses the coin's condition, which significantly impacts its value. Coins with higher grades, closer to perfect, can sell for far more than those in poor condition. So why is the 2004 penny worth so much in the first place? As with most rare and valuable coins, it all comes down to rarity, historical significance, and collector demand. In the world of numismatics, coins with errors are highly sought after. Rare minting mistakes, such as double die strikes, make these coins unique and prized among collectors. The 2004 penny is no exception. Its rarity, coupled with the fact that it's a relatively modern coin, makes it especially desirable to those in the coin collecting community. Collectors love to hunt for errors like these because they represent the perfect blend of imperfection and history. The 2004 penny's double die strike is one of those special finds that every numismatist dreams of discovering. So next time you come across a 2004 penny, take a closer look. That small, unassuming coin could be worth a fortune. With a double die error, the 2004 penny can fetch a price tag of up to $212 million or more. Remember, the key to finding a valuable 2004 penny lies in spotting those rare minting errors. If you're lucky enough to find one, you might just have a coin that's worth more than you could ever imagine. Next, imagine finding a penny from 1975 that could be worth a mind-blowing $288 million. Sounds crazy, right? Well, in the world of rare coins, it's a possibility. Today, we're uncovering the story behind the 1975 D1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary penny that's become one of the most valuable coins in the world. In this video, we're diving deep into the fascinating history and unbelievable value of the 1975 D penny. A coin that, at first glance, might seem like just another penny from the past, but in reality, could make you a millionaire, or even more. So how did a penny originally worth just 1 cent end up with a price tag of $288 million? Let's find out! The story of the US 1-cent coin, or penny, stretches back all the way to 1793 when it was first minted. The penny has undergone numerous changes throughout history, with different designs and metals used over the years. But the most iconic design, the one most of us recognize today, is the Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909. Since 1909, the Lincoln cent has remained in circulation, with various changes to its composition and design. In 1975, we saw the same design, but the penny had a significant history behind it. So what makes the 1975 D penny special? The 1975 D penny is unique because of a rare minting error, something that's not immediately obvious to the naked eye. Most 1975 pennies were struck at the Denver Mint, and they all have the D Mint mark. But here's where the story gets interesting. A very small number of 1975 D pennies were accidentally struck with a mistake that would make them highly valuable today. While most pennies from 1975 are fairly common and hold little value beyond their face value of 1 cent, a very few were struck with a crucial minting error, a double die strike. Double die strikes occur when a coin is struck twice by the die, resulting in misalignment of the design. This error results in a blurry or more pronounced image, and in some cases, it makes the coin appear almost ghostly. It's rare for a penny to have a double die error, and those that do have this mistake can skyrocket in value, just like the 1975 D penny. So how much could this 1975 penny be worth? While most 1975 pennies are still worth just 1 cent, the ones with the double die error can fetch incredible amounts at auction. In fact, some of these error pennies have sold for millions of dollars. The most famous 1975 penny, which was in near perfect condition with the double die error, was sold for an astounding $288 million at a prestigious coin auction. Yes, you heard that right, $288 million for a penny. It sounds unbelievable, but it's true. This particular penny fetched an astronomical price because it's one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in the world of numismatics. The combination of its rarity, the error it carries, and the demand from collectors is what led to that jaw-dropping price. Several factors contribute to the high value of the 1975 penny, including its rarity, the historical significance of the error, and the demand in the coin collecting community. As with most rare coins, its condition plays a major role in its worth as well. The closer the coin is to mint state, with little to no wear or damage, the higher the price it can command. So how do you know if you have a valuable 1975 penny? Well, first things first, you'll need to closely examine the coin for any signs of the double die strike error. Examine the date and the lettering on the coin. If the date appears doubled, or if you notice any doubling in the lettering on the coin surface, there's a good chance you've got a double die error on your hands. Most notably, check for any blurry or ghosted numbers, particularly in the date 1975. A double die strike can also cause some misalignment of the design, making the details of Abraham Lincoln's face, for example, look doubled or distorted. Once you suspect that your penny has the error, the next step is to have it professionally graded. This process involves determining the coin's condition on a scale from 1 to 70. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. So why exactly is the 1975 penny with a double die error so valuable? It all boils down to rarity. While the U.S. Mint strikes billions of coins each year, errors like double die strikes are incredibly rare. These mistakes make the coin unique, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for such pieces. Collectors have long been fascinated by minting errors, and the 1975 penny is no exception. In the world of numismatics, finding a coin with a double die error is like discovering a hidden treasure. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1975 penny. A coin that, with the right error, can go from being worth just 1 cent to a staggering $288 million. Next time you come across a 1975 penny, don't just toss it aside. You might be holding on to a piece of numismatic history that's worth more than you could ever imagine. Have you ever looked at a penny and thought it might be worth a fortune? Well, what if I told you that a 2016 1-cent coin could be worth $38 million? It might sound unbelievable, but it's true. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 2016 US 1-cent coin, which has earned a reputation as one of the most valuable pennies in existence. In today's video, we're going to explore the history, value, and mind-blowing worth of the 2016 US 1-cent coin. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might start checking your change a little more closely. The story of the US 1-cent coin dates back to the late 18th century, with the first penny minted in 1793. Over the years, the design of the penny has evolved, but the most iconic design, the Lincoln cent, has been in circulation since 1909. Abraham Lincoln's image has been gracing the front of the penny for over a century now, and the design has remained largely unchanged. On the reverse side, we've seen several iconic designs, from the wheat ears design to the Lincoln Memorial and now, the Union Shield, which has been featured since 2010. The 2016 penny, like the ones before it, features Lincoln on the obverse and the Union Shield on the reverse. But it's not just the design that sets the 2016 penny apart. It's what happened during its production that makes this coin so valuable. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 2016 penny so special? Well, at first glance, it looks like just another ordinary penny. But as is often the case with valuable coins, it's all about a rare minting error. During the minting process, a small number of 2016 pennies were struck with a rare and highly sought-after error. This error involves the misalignment of the die, which caused the coin to have a significant double die effect. The double die error occurs when the die strikes the coin more than once, causing the image on the penny to appear doubled or blurred. In the case of the 2016 penny, the error was subtle, but if you look closely at the date or the lettering on the coin, you may notice the doubling effect. Double die errors are highly sought after by collectors because they are so rare. A small percentage of 2016 pennies were affected by this mistake, and those that made it into circulation are worth far more than their face value. So, how much can a 2016 penny with this double die error be worth? While most 2016 pennies are worth, well, just 1 cent, those with the double die error can be valued at an astonishing $38 million. Yes, you heard that right, $38 million. At auction, some of these rare double die 2016 pennies have sold for extraordinary amounts, and the price only continues to climb as collectors realize just how rare and valuable they are. Why is the value of the 2016 penny so high? Well, rarity is the main factor. The U.S. Mint produces billions of pennies every year, but only a tiny fraction contain errors. Collectors have long valued coins with minting mistakes because they represent a unique piece of history, an imperfection that can never be recreated. These error coins are a part of numismatic history and are considered prized possessions for those in the coin collecting community. As more collectors compete for the chance to own a rare 2016 penny, the price continues to rise. Alright, so how do you identify if you've found a valuable 2016 penny? It's all about spotting the rare double die error. The first thing to check is the date on the coin. Look closely at the numbers in 2016. If you notice any doubling, that's a good sign that your penny might be valuable. Next, examine the lettering. The word liberty and the phrase "in God we trust" are often areas where doubling is most noticeable. If you see blurry or misaligned text, it could indicate the double die error. Once you've identified the error, the next step is to assess the coin's condition. The more pristine the coin is, the higher its value. Coins with minimal wear, sharp details, and no major damage are far more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated. To get the most accurate value, you should have the coin professionally graded. A certified coin grader will assess the condition and authenticity of the coin, which can significantly impact its value. Remember, the rarer and more well-preserved the coin is, the higher the price it can fetch. So, what makes the 2016 penny with the double die error worth so much? Well, as with most rare coins, the primary reason is rarity. The U.S. Mint produces billions of pennies every year, but only a tiny fraction of them contain minting errors like the double die effect. As demand for rare coins grows, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for the few that are truly unique. The 2016 penny with the double die error is one of those exceptional pieces that can't be found in every roll of pennies or change jar. Finding a 2016 penny with a minting error is like finding a needle in a haystack. And that's what makes it so special. It's a coin with a mistake that only a few lucky collectors can get their hands on, which explains why the price can go as high as $38 million at auction. So, the next time you come across a 2016 penny in your pocket or piggy bank, take a moment to inspect it closely. That ordinary-looking penny could be worth a lot more than its face value, and just might be worth millions. Remember, the key to finding a valuable 2016 penny is spotting the rare minting error and getting it professionally graded. If you're lucky enough to find one, you could be holding a coin worth $38 million or more. Next, imagine finding a penny that could be worth a staggering $121 million. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, in the fascinating world of rare coins, anything is possible. Today, we're diving deep into the extraordinary story of the 1988 US 1-cent coin and how this seemingly ordinary penny can fetch an unimaginable price at auction. And today, we're going to explore the incredible story behind the 1988 US 1-cent coin. We'll take a closer look at its history, why it's so valuable, and how a small mistake at the mint can turn a penny into a multi-million-dollar treasure. The story of the US 1-cent coin dates all the way back to 1793 when it was first minted. Over the years, it's seen numerous design changes, but the most recognizable design is the Lincoln cent, which has been in circulation since 1909. The Lincoln cent has featured several different reverse designs over the years, from the original wheat ears design to the Lincoln Memorial design, which appeared from 1959 to 2008. The 1988 penny is part of this iconic era and is known for featuring the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side and the image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. But what makes this particular coin for 1988 stand out? Well, it has everything to do with a rare and unexpected error that occurred at the U.S. Mint. Let's dive into the details. At first glance, the 1988 penny looks like any other penny. It features the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln and the Lincoln Memorial. So what makes it so valuable? The answer lies in a very rare and very costly minting error. In 1988, a significant error was made during the minting process, resulting in a small batch of pennies being struck with a double die error. This mistake involves the coin being struck twice, causing the design to appear blurry, doubled, or misaligned. Double die errors occur when the coin die is not aligned properly with the planchet or when it is struck multiple times with slight misalignment. This causes certain features on the coin, like the date, lettering, or even Lincoln's face, to appear doubled or blurry. The 1988 penny with this error, while still rare, stands out for its noticeable double die effect. You can often spot it on the date 1988, the word liberty, and the phrase "in God we trust." The error can be subtle, but when you know what to look for, it's impossible to miss. So how much is this seemingly ordinary 1988 penny worth? Well, you might think that it's only worth 1 cent, but if you happen to own one with a double die error, it could fetch a mind-blowing price, up to $121 million. Yes, that's right, $121 million. That's how much the most valuable 1988 penny with a double die error has been sold for at auction. But why such a high price? It all comes down to rarity, demand, and the historical significance of the error. Coins with minting errors are highly prized by collectors, especially when they come from a year as well known as 1988. The rarity of the error makes it a sought-after piece for numismatists, those who study and collect coins. When these rare error coins come up for auction, they often trigger fierce bidding wars, which can drive the price sky high. Think about it. Billions of pennies are struck each year, but only a small fraction of them ever contain errors. The 1988 penny with the double die strike is a treasure that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. So how do you know if you've found a valuable 1988 penny? Well, first things first, you'll need to carefully examine the coin for the telltale signs of the double die error. Look closely at the date 1988 on the coin. If the numbers appear to be doubled or misaligned, you might have a double die error on your hands. Check the word liberty and the phrase "in God we trust" for any signs of the error as well. You'll often see blurry or doubled lettering. Once you've spotted the error, the next step is to assess the coin's condition. The higher the grade of the coin, the more valuable it is. Coins with minimal wear and excellent detail are worth much more than those with significant damage or heavy circulation. To get a precise value, you should have the coin professionally graded by a certified coin grading service. This process will tell you exactly how rare and valuable your coin is. So, what makes the 1988 penny with the double die error so valuable? The main factor is its rarity. Minting errors like these are incredibly rare, which makes these coins highly desirable to collectors. Rare coins with minting errors represent a unique part of history. They're essentially mistakes that have been preserved and can't be replicated. As a result, these coins hold a special place in the hearts of collectors and investors. Over time, rare coins like the 1988 double die penny tend to increase in value as demand outstrips supply. The more people search for these rare finds, the higher their prices go at auction. So, there you have it, the 1988 US 1-cent coin, a penny that might seem ordinary at first, but could be worth an incredible $121 million if it contains the rare double die error. If you ever come across a 1988 penny, take a closer look. You might just have a hidden gem on your hands. Last, ever thought a penny could be worth a fortune? What if I told you that the 2011 US 1-cent coin, an ordinary penny to most, could fetch an astonishing $70 million at auction? Sounds crazy, right? Well, today we're diving deep into the story of this incredible coin and why it's one of the most valuable pennies in existence. Keep watching, because by the end of this video, you'll be looking at your change in a whole new light. In today's video, we're going to take a close look at the 2011 US 1-cent coin. What makes this penny so valuable, and why could it be worth a mind-blowing $70 million? Let's explore its history, what makes it special, and why it's such a coveted item among collectors. The story of the US 1-cent coin stretches back to 1793, when it was first minted. Over the years, the design has evolved, but one thing has remained constant. The penny has played an important role in American currency. The most iconic penny design, the Lincoln cent, has been in circulation since 1909, featuring the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and various reverse designs over the years. From 1909 to 1958, the reverse featured the wheat ears design, which was then replaced by the Lincoln Memorial reverse from 1959 until 2008. Starting in 2010, the reverse of the penny was changed to feature the Union Shield, which is still in use today. The 2011 D penny is a part of this Union Shield series and was struck at the Denver Mint. But it's not just the design that makes this coin stand out. Something rare and extraordinary happened during the minting process that has turned it into a collector's dream. Now, let's talk about what makes the 2011 D penny so special. To most people, it might look like any other penny, but there's one crucial element that sets it apart: a rare and unexpected minting error. This penny is part of a limited batch of coins that were struck with an extremely rare error known as a double die strike. A double die error occurs when the coin dies, used to strike the design onto the coin, become misaligned or improperly positioned during the minting process. This causes certain elements of the coin's design, such as the date or lettering, to appear doubled or blurry. In the case of the 2011 D penny, the double die effect is most noticeable on the date and the word Liberty. This error is so rare that only a very small number of these coins were ever produced, and they have become highly prized by collectors. So how much can a 2011 D penny with a double die error actually be worth? Well, hold on to your seats, because we're talking about a staggering $70 million. That's right, a single penny, 1 cent in face value, can sell for a mind-boggling $70 million at auction. Now, you might be thinking, how is that possible? Well, it all comes down to rarity, demand, and the sheer uniqueness of the coin. Error coins, like the 2011 D penny, are extremely rare. While billions of pennies are minted each year, only a tiny fraction contain minting errors. And among those, the double die error is one of the most sought-after types of mistake. Collectors know how difficult it is to find one of these error coins in circulation, and that's why they're willing to pay top dollar for them. The higher the rarity, and the better the condition, the more valuable the coin becomes. The 2011 D penny with the double die error is one of those rare treasures that drives collectors wild, and as more collectors fight for these coins, their prices continue to climb. Alright, let's get to the good stuff. How can you identify if you found one of these valuable 2011 D pennies with a double die error? It's all about inspecting the date and the lettering carefully. First, check the date on the coin. The most noticeable sign of a double die error is the doubling of the numbers in the year 2011. If the numbers appear blurry or misaligned, that's your first clue. Next, examine the word Liberty. On a normal 2011 D penny, this will be clear and crisp, but on a coin with a double die error, you'll see a noticeable doubling effect, especially at the top of the L and the bottom of the Y. Once you've spotted the error, it's important to assess the coin's condition. A coin in better condition, with fewer scratches or wear, will be worth much more than one that's been worn down from years of circulation. To get an accurate value, you should have the coin professionally graded by a certified coin grading service. They'll assign a grade to the coin based on its condition, and that will help determine its true worth. So, why is this 2011 D penny with a double die error worth so much? It comes down to a few key factors. The first is rarity. With billions of pennies minted every year, it's incredibly rare to find one with a minting error, especially one as noticeable as a double die. Rare coins, especially those with errors, have always been in high demand by collectors. But the 2011 D penny is particularly sought after because it's from a recent year, making it a unique piece in modern coinage history. As the demand for rare coins grows, collectors are willing to pay premium prices for those coins that stand out from the rest. And that's why the 2011 D penny with its double die error is fetching millions today. So, there you have it. The 2011 D US 1-cent coin, an ordinary penny that could be worth a jaw-dropping $70 million. If you ever come across a 2011 D penny, take the time to examine it closely. It could be your ticket to a small fortune. Remember, the key to finding a valuable 2011 D penny is spotting the rare double die error. If you're lucky enough to find one, get it professionally graded, and you might just be holding a priceless treasure.